Hey guys, welcome to another video of Fusion Studios. This video is sponsored by Venu's Digital Arcade, so make sure you check them out from the description below. In this video, we are going to unbox the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. The S22 Ultra comes in 12GB RAM, 256GB internal memory, have a 5000 mAh battery and comes in 3 different colors. Here we have the Burgundy color and others are Phantom Black and Phantom White. The S22 Ultra have 5G support and is a dual nano SIM variant. The S22 Ultra is priced around 1,10,000 rupees. It have IP68 dust and water protection. Just like last year, it does not have an adapter. But compared to the S21 Ultra, it supports 45 watt fast charging, 15 watt wireless charging and 4.5 watt reverse charging. Now upon opening the box, let's keep the phone aside. And inside we can find the ejector pin and some user manuals. One thing to note is that the S21 Ultra comes in Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 octa-core processor and it supports HDR10+. So here we have the charging cable. On both sides we have the C-type. The S22 Ultra have 6.8-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X display with 120Hz refresh rate. And top we have the earpiece. On bottom we have the speakers, the S Pen, the C-type charger port and the SIM ejector tray. And also we have the mic below. On right side we have the volume rockers, the power key and above we have the microphone. On the sides we can find the curved glass screen and an aluminum side frame. Also it have Gorilla Glass Victus Plus on front and back. We have 1440x3088 resolution and 500 ppi. Also it have 1750 nits brightness. Now let's power on the phone. On the back we have a quad camera setup. Here we have 108MP primary camera with 1.8 aperture, 12MP ultra-wide camera with 2.2 aperture, 10MP telephoto camera with 2.4 aperture and 10MP periscope telephoto camera with 4.9 aperture. On the front we have 40 megapixel camera with 2.2 aperture. The rear camera have face detection autofocus and also the front camera have autofocus. Now talking about the dimensions, it have 163.3 cm in height, 77.9 cm in width and 8.9 cm in thickness. Now moving on to the notification panel, we have the quick panel layout option and also the edit option. In the edit option we can find more features like camera access, microphone access, extra dim option and on the next side we have the create note option. These are some extra features. And finally we have the S Pen air action option. And below at the notification panel we can find similar features like in the S21 Ultra. The S22 Ultra is a combination of S series and Note series. So we have the sharp corners instead of the rounded corners. This is the home screen layout and we can find most of the system apps with some of the extra apps like Facebook, Netflix, etc. So here we have covered most of the area. Now it's time to move on to the settings option. Here just scroll down below and go to the About Phone option. In About Phone option we can find the model name, that is the S22 Ultra, and on software information we can find that it is currently running on One UI 4.1 and Android version 12. And if you want to turn on the developer options, just click on the built-in number for 7 times. The S22 Ultra also promises 4 years of software updates up to Android 16. Now moving on to connections, here we can find the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, NFC, flight mode, SIM card manager options. And next, moving on to the sound and vibration options, here we can set the ringtone, notification sound, volume, call vibration pattern, etc. Also we can find the sound quality and effects option. Here we have the Dolby Atmos and Dolby Atmos for gaming. And the others are equalizer and adapt sound. And next we have the separate app sound option. Here it plays the media sound from apps you have selected on a separate audio device. And we can turn on or off. Next we can go to the notification option. Here we can change from brief or detailed notification. Also there is do not disturb option and the advanced settings. Inside advanced settings we have the battery percentage option, the app icon badges, etc. Next we have the display option. Inside the display option we can find the motion smoothness, extra brightness option here. And inside motion smoothness we can adjust to 60 Hz and up to 120 Hz. Here in 120 Hz, that is adaptive, it changes from 1 Hz to 120 Hz. Next we have eye comfort shield, screen mode and screen resolution. We can change the screen resolution from HD+, Full HD+, and WQHD+. Next we have the screen timeout option, then the easy mode, edge panel, navigation bar, and also we have the accidental touch protection, and finally the touch sensitivity option. You can turn on both of them for better touch response. And last we have the screensaver option. Next we have the wallpaper option, themes, etc. Now let's check out the 120Hz screen refresh rate by opening and closing the apps simultaneously. And as you can see, the animations are very smooth. Now moving back to the settings, we have home screen option and the lock screen option. Inside lock screen option, we have the always on display option where we can adjust on different types. We can also change the clock style, show music information, etc. And next we have the clock style option, widgets, contact information, notification, etc. Next we have the biometric and security option where we have the more biometric settings option, find my mobile, security updates, secure folder, private share, etc. And inside the more biometric option, it shows the unlock transition effect. Next is the privacy option where we can find commonly in Android 12 devices, and we can see all the privacy options from different apps. Next is the location option, then we have safety and emergency, and finally we have the advanced features. Inside the advanced features we have link to Windows, call and text to other devices, Samsung Dex, Android Auto, Quick Share, and the S Pen option. Here we can find all the S Pen features from the Note series, and we can find different options like S Pen to text, Air View, allow multiple S Pen, that is we can use more than one S Pen, and we have different other options like menu style, shortcuts, show pointer when hovering, etc. And inside the shortcuts we can find different options like Smart Select, Live Messages, Bixby Vision, Glance, Magnify, etc. Also we have the S Pen warning signal and the S Pen sound and vibrations while inserting and removing the S Pen. Next we have side key option and motion and gestures option. Here we can find lift to wake up, double tap to turn on or off the screen, keep the screen on while viewing, alerting when phone picked, and muting with gestures while turning the phone face down, and finally palm swipe to capture. Next we have one-handed mode, Bixby routines, smart suggestion, screenshots, screen recorder, video call effects by changing the background to color or different images, then dual messenger, video brightness we can change from normal to bright, etc. Next we have digital well-being and parental controls, battery and device option where we can check the battery, storage, memory and have device protection. Next we have apps, general management where we can change the language or keyboards, and next finally we have the accessibility option. And inside accessibility we have talkback, visible enhancements, hearing enhancements, advanced settings, and inside the advanced settings we have side and volume key options and flash notifications, etc. These are most of the features you can find in the settings from the S21 Ultra. Now let's move on to the S Pen features. The S22 Ultra have an S Pen of 2.8 ms latency, and we can find some of the air features like create note, view all notes, smart select, screen write, live messages, AR doodle, translate, pen up, etc. We can also add new shortcuts like Bixby Vision, Magnify, Glance, etc. And we can find the settings option here. When we click the settings option, it goes to the S Pen settings that we have found earlier. Next, let's try to write something. When we write something, it feels very realistic. And also here I am writing, subscribe to my channel. And like that, please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like the video. I forgot to mention one thing, and it is that the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra have an in-display fingerprint sensor, and it is an ultrasonic fingerprint sensor and it's very fast. As you can see closely, the writing is very smooth. And next, let's move on to the camera option. Inside the camera, it almost feels similar to the S21 Ultra, but the magic starts when we see the photo quality, because the S22 Ultra have better quality while zooming from 30x to 100x. And to prove that, I will show you some photo and video samples at the end of the video. So make sure to watch the video till the end. The shutter button is also faster compared to before, and I will show you by capturing a photo. Now let me change the zoom level to 1x. Now when I change to 1x and capture a photo, you can see that the shutter lag is very low and you can take multiple photos faster. Now let's move on to the portrait mode. As you all know, the S21 Ultra have a 30 megapixel front camera, while the S22 Ultra have a 40 megapixel front camera and have a better quality compared to the older one. Also, we can change the effect strength and change from different filters like low key mono, high key mono, color point, backdrop, blur, stereo, etc. The front camera can detect the face better than before, even with an obstacle in the front. And as you can see, I am recording this video with S21 Ultra. So you can imagine how better the quality the S22 Ultra will have. Now moving on to the video, we can change the resolution from HD at 30 frames, Full HD at 30 and 60 frames, 4K at 30 and 60 frames, and finally 8K at 24 frames. Now inside the photo mode, we can change the aspect ratios from 9:16, 1:1, full, 3:4 and 3:4 108 MP. And next, inside the video mode, we have 3 aspect ratios that are 9:16, 1:1 and full. Inside mode, we have Pro Video, Single Take, Night, Food Mode, Panorama, Super Slow Motion, Hyperlapse, Portrait Video, and finally the Director's View. And above we have the Bixby Vision and the AR Zone. Now let's check out the aspect ratio of the front camera. Here we have 9:16, 1:1, full, 3:4 and 3:4 40 MP. And inside video, we have different aspect ratios like 9:16, 1:1 and full. And also we have different resolutions like HD at 30 frames, Full HD at 30 and 60 frames, and 4K at 30 and 60 frames. Also we have the autofocus feature for the front camera. Now moving on to the settings option, here we can find Scene Optimizer, Shot Suggestion, Scan QR Code, Swipe Shutter button too, while we can take burst shot or create GIF. And also we have different picture formats like high efficiency picture or raw photos. And also we have the selfie color tone, and we can change it from natural and bright. Next, moving back, we can find different options like video stabilization, advanced recording option, and inside that we have reduce file size and HDR10 plus videos like I have mentioned before, but we can only use on back camera. And we have zoom in mic option. Next, we can find the auto HDR, tracking autofocus, grid lines, location tags, shooting methods, and inside that we have voice commands, floating shutter button, show palm, etc. And we have settings to keep privacy notice, permissions, etc. We can also find the reset setting option to reset the whole settings of the camera. Now let's check out the screen quality by playing a video from my YouTube channel. So here I am selecting the Mahindra XUV700 video, and this is a 4K at 60 frames per second video, and it looks much better in S22 Ultra while playing. Now finally, let's check out some of the camera samples that we have taken from the S22 Ultra. First, I am going to show you some sample photos from the primary camera in different zoom levels. Here on the left we have 0.6x, on the right we have 1x, and on the left we have 3x, and on the right we have 10x. Next we have 30x on the left and 100x on the right, and both have better qualities. And now we have the 40 megapixel front camera on the left, and we have different filters like color point on the right, backdrop on the left, low key mono on the right, and finally we have the video sample at 4K at 60 frames per second. Now this is all about the S22 Ultra. So thank you for watching the video guys. If you like the video, hit the like button, and if you have any thoughts, comment in the comment section below. And don't forget to share this video with your friends. And if you haven't yet subscribed the channel, hit the subscribe button and the bell button to get the latest updates.